weights are, off and out of your way. And we're going to start with a standing position, but with our roller on the ground. So in that tall position with your fingers on the roller, we're going to start to walk ourselves back into a little assisted down dog or a little V shape. So you're going to find that little hip hinge, push your butt back, let your chest drop down, and then just see if that weight of your chest and your head can find a little stretch in the shoulders and the arms and the armpit chest. Awesome. Take one more breath. Soften your knees, look up, and then walk yourself forward. We're going to use our roller as a third point of contact. So we're going to leave that on the ground. Pick one foot up and just see if you can catch hold of the blade edge of your foot. You might have to swing it out and then see if you can rotate it around. So your heel is coming back toward your butt. Hug your knee in toward your knee and then push your hips forward just slightly. So you feel a little sensation down through your thigh. Maybe feel a little gentle sensation around your knee. Nice. And then when you're ready, with control, release that foot, bounce out your knees, move your roller or move yourself, but we're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to swing that foot out, see if you can find the blade edge of your foot, and then rotate it around, hugging your heel toward your butt, knee in toward your knee, hips forward slightly, and then just see if you can soften around your quadriceps, soften around your knee. Nice. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, with release, with control, release your foot, grab your foam roller, and we're going to take it down to the ground. So just with that roller in front of you, tuck your chin in towards your chest, soften your knees just a little bit and roll your way down towards the ground. We're going to place that roller on the ground and then give a couple of good steam rolls to the tops of the feet. So put as much pressure on the roller as you like. Nice. One more good roll up and down, and then leave the roller on the ground, and we're going to step our way down into a tabletop position. So one knee down and then the other. And then we're going to keep our butt fairly back towards our heels, so a little weight off of the arms and the shoulders. Walk that roller in, bend your elbows so that your elbows can find the roller. And then with a little bit of assist from your legs, you're going to roll yourself forward and back. So you're going to keep most of the weight off of the shoulder girdle. Most of the work is happening from the low part of your body. So that's where we're going to find most of our control. Nice. And then if you can get it to the middle of the backs of your arms, so into that tricep area, release your arms out towards the front end of your mat and then just get nice and heavy here. Let the backs of your arms get a little heavy into the roller and take a couple nice deep breaths. Beautiful. And then with control, pull it all the way back up and in. And then we're going to move that roller forward, bring yourself down onto your belly. So the roller is going to come fairly in line with the crown of your head. So you're just going to slightly lower your head just so you can find that position. And then walk your hands on top of the roller, palms facing down. Legs are going to hug together. So we're going to just walk our feet in so the inner thighs get a little bit engaged. And then we're going to lift up. So we're going to push into our arms, let the chest and the back lift, and then release out nice and long with control. Lift up nice and controlled. And then release nice and slow. Beautiful. Lift up nice and controlled. Release nice and slow. Two more to go here. Lift up. And release. Beautiful. One more time. Lift up. And release. Awesome. And then lift your arms away from that roller and we're going to move it on up and in. So prop your way up into a tabletop position. And then we're going to place that roller so that it's going to come under our hip bones on the tops of our thighs. So coming back down into that position. So we find the tops of the thighs, elbows and forearms down, toes on the ground. Give a light roll forward and back. Think 2 or 3 inches. Nice. And then from here, we're going to roll slightly to the right. So you're going to push into your left hand so you can lean over onto the right. So you're finding the outer edge of the right thigh. and then just give a couple of good rolls up and down. Awesome. And then bring it back to center, and we're going to switch over to the other side. So we're going to lean over onto the left, push into the right hand to find that outer edge of the left thigh, and roll yourself up and down. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, bring it back to center with control, elbows and forearms down. And then we're going to take a couple of gentle rolls forward and back, still staying in that upper portion of the thighs. Beautiful. And then from here, come to the bottom of that roll, bend your knees, swish your heels a little bit side to side. Beautiful. And then release your toes down to the ground, and then either manually move the roller or shoot your way up the roller. So we're finding the middle of the thigh. So you can move it with your hand or just scoot your body forward, elbows and forearms down, toes to the ground, and we're rolling up and down about 2 or 3 inches. One more roll up and down. And then we're going to shift back over to the right outer edge of the thigh. So push into your left hand. You might choose to find a little control with your left leg as well, so you're not putting too much pressure on. You control how much pressure you put on here. Awesome. One more roll up and down. And then with control, bring it back to center. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So push into your right hand, roll slightly onto your left. Keep your feet on the ground so they help control how much weight you're putting on. Awesome. And then when you're ready, bring it back to center, elbows and forearms down. Drag your toes as you take it to the upper part of the thighs, to the bottom of that roll, and then all the way up to the tops of your thighs. Nice. And then come back to the bottom of that roll, bend your knees, and swish your heels a little bit side to side. Beautiful. One more turn side to side, and then release those toes down. And now we're going to move that roller down to the bottom part of the thighs. So you can either move it with your hands or scoot yourself forward. Once you've got your way there, toes on the ground, elbows and forearms down, rock yourself forward and back about 2 or 3 inches. Great. And then from here, we're going to roll over onto that right side again. So make sure that you've got plenty of control with the upper part of your body so that we're not pulling against the knee joint. Roll onto the right, and then give a nice gentle roll up and down. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring it back to center, reset anything that you need to, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So right hand pushes into the ground, we lean over to the left and roll up and down, and just be mindful of your knee here. Wonderful. One more roll up and down, and then when you're ready, bring it back to center, reset, and then take a big giant roll. So think tops of the thighs all the way to where your thighs meet your knees. Beautiful. And then when you come to the bottom of that roll this time, bend your knees and swish your heels side to side. Nice. And then when you're ready, float those toes down to the ground, push your way up into a tabletop position. We're going to scooch the roller off to one side. So we're going to go one shin and then the other. So you're going to step your shin onto the roller and then give a nice good roll, just pulling the knee towards the elbow and then pushing the heel back. Awesome. And then we're going to externally rotate the knee. So you find that muscle that runs along the inside of the shin bone. Beautiful. One more time, forward and back. And then when you're ready, you're just going to pick that roller up, scooch it over to the other side, pop your shin up on the roller, knee pointing forward, and we're just rolling it forward and back. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, externally rotate the foot. So we find that muscle that runs along the inside of the shin. Nice. One more roll forward and back. And then we're going to hop that leg off of the roller. And then we're going to swing that roller out in front of us long ways. So it's going to be straight out in front of you. Sit back on your butt. And then we're going to find a little bit of a zigzag seat. So for each of us, it might feel a little bit different in what way we choose to find our seat. But then we're going to see if we can externally rotate the leg and bring it across the roller. So now we're going to try and find that muscle that runs to the outside of the shin and the calf. So once you've got your leg propped up onto the roller, with a little bit of a handhold, you're just going to pull the leg from side to side. Beautiful. One more time, side to side. And then releasing your leg from the roller, just take that roller right out to the side. So the leg that's in front, take it off to that side and take 3 mermaids here. So we're going to roll out, take a little side bend, lift up with control, and take a counter stretch. Beautiful. Roll out, take a nice big side bend, lift back up with control, and take a counter stretch. One more time here. Roll it out. Bring it back up with control, counter stretch. Awesome. And then we're going to rotate towards that roller. So a little twist, hands on the roller. Think about lifting your chest, grounding into your butt. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then release. Take your roller with you, bring it straight out in front of you again. And then we're going to switch our zigzag of our seat. So you're going to swing the other leg out to the side and then bring that other leg on top of the roller. Once you've got a good position with that leg, hold the foot, hold the knee, and drag that leg side to side. Beautiful. Take one more little drag side to side. And then when you're ready, lift your leg up so you can move that roller out and just slide it out so it finds that side and back to our mermaid. So we're going to roll out, reaching the top hand up, nice and controlled with the side body lift up, take a counter stretch. Beautiful. Hand to the roller, roll out with control, pull up with control and counter stretch. Nice. One more time, just like that. Roll out, lift up with control, counter stretch. Awesome. And then both hands are going to find the roller. So rotate out to your side and then lift your chest. Awesome. And then when you're ready, release, swing your legs around. And now we're going to sit our butt onto the roller. So you're going to pop your butt up, sit your butt down, and then we're going to take a little crisscross of our legs. So think Sukhasana or crisscross applesauce. So you're going to rearrange your roller so that it's nice and safely cushioned under your sits bones. And then once you found your way there, one hand to the outer end of your roller, take a side bend here. Lift up, find the other end of the roller, side bend here. Lift up, take a little twist. Awesome. Unwind and take your twist the other way. Beautiful. And then release. Hands are going to come behind the roller. Lean back so you can release your legs. And then take a couple of windshield wipers here, just starting to work through the glutes. Cool. And then we're going to take that into a bigger motion. So as you roll to one side, you're going to roll onto the side of your glutes or the side of your hips, and then all the way over to the other side. Nice. And then the next time you come over to the right, stay there, take a couple of rolls up and down. One more roll up and down, and then take it over to the other side, and then roll up and down. One more roll up and down, and then bring it back to center, hands to the roller. We're going to push into that roller, take 3 tricep dips here. So shift your butt forward, bend your elbows, let your butt drop down, push nice and firm into the roller, lift up. Bend your elbows, and then push up. Awesome. One more time. Beautiful. And then set your butt down. We're going to roll to one side and take it into our lats. So we're going to take the roller under the armpit, but the top of the arm is going to come on top of the roller so that it lays flush against the roller. And then your legs are going to be in just a little zigzag position, whatever feels good to you there. Top arm is going to reach forward. So palm to palm we meet. And then that top arm is going to reach up, take a little twist and look back. And then bring it back in. Hand finds the hand. And let your eyes or your gaze follow it. So as you reach that hand back, turn your head and look at your hand. And then bring it back in. Awesome. One more just like that. Reach back. Bring it back in. Cool. And then that top hand is going to push into the roller. We're going to lift up, slide that hand through, and now we're going to find the top of the shoulder. So you're going to let your shoulder head rest on the roller with as much pressure as feels good to you. So that top hand can help support. And then we're just going to take a little bit of a rock forward and back. So we're staying up on the muscle on top of the shoulder, that deltoid muscle, and we're just rocking ourselves forward and back to a point that feels nice to you. Beautiful. One more rock forward and back. And then we're going to swing it around and take it to the other side. So lift yourself on up, switch your feet, switch your seat, and then take it to the other side so that you're finding the roller under your armpit. Arm is on top of the roller, legs are in that zigzag pattern. Palm to palm we meet, and the top hand reaches up, let your head follow, reach back into a little twist, and then bring it back, hand to hand. Nice. And then reach back, let your head look at your hand as you reach, and then bring it back in. One more time like that, reach back, and then bring it back in. Beautiful. Now hand is going to find the top of the roller, push yourself up, slip that other arm through, and then find that top of the shoulder or your deltoid muscle, so that top roundish part of your arm, and then give yourself a nice roll forward and back. And just you control how much pressure you're putting on here. So if your shoulders are tender, you might opt to say super light, or if it feels good, you might decide to sink in just a little bit more. Beautiful. One more rock forward and back. And then when you're ready, push yourself up with control. We're going to take that roller with, bend your knees, scooch that roller underneath your legs, and then roll yourself down with control. We're going to lift the hips up and slide the roller underneath the butt. So underneath the tailbone, underneath your hip bones. Once you found your way there, let your hands come out of your sides and just think of this as a little bit of a resting position. So we want to invite some softness in. Soften the tops of your legs, soften your belly, shoulder heads get nice and soft, soften the back of your neck. One more breath. And then left hand is going to find the end of the roller just to keep it in place. Right knee is going to pull up towards the chest. You're going to reach your right hand up, catch hold of that knee if you can, and then extend your left leg nice and long. Beautiful. Release your handhold from your right knee, grab the outer edge of your roller, slide your left knee in so both knees are in, both hands are on the ends of the roller. Take your knees and draw them in circles, go in one direction. Take your knees and draw them in circles, go the other way. Awesome. And then right hand's going to hold onto the roller, left hand's going to grab the left knee, right leg is going to extend out nice and long. And just take a couple nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. And then release your handhold from the knee, find the edge of the roller, pull the right knee in. So now both knees are back into the chest, and we're just going to rock those knees a little bit side to side. Beautiful. One more little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, set your feet down, lift your hips up, move the roller out from underneath your butt. And now we're going to replace the roller underneath the shoulder blades. So come up in any way that feels good to you so that you can place that roller across the back of your body, underneath the shoulder blades. And then once you found your way there, hands behind the head, lean back, and then lift yourself back up. Inhale to lean back. Exhale, we crunch those abdominal muscles. Inhale to lean back. Exhale to come up. 2 more just like that. Beautiful. And then find that fairly neutral position. So your head is in line with your tailbone. Push into your feet, lift your hips up, keep your hands behind your head to support the head and the neck. And then just start a nice big roll from the shoulder blades all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. Take one more good roll up and down. And then when you're ready, set your butt down. We're going to move that roller on up so that it can come underneath the head like a pillow. So release it from underneath your shoulders, find that ridge of your skull, place the roller underneath, and then just give a second. Let your hands come out at your sides, soften your chest, soften your shoulders, take a nice big breath. Cool. And then with that roller underneath the ridge of your skull. So it's not on the cervical spine, it's not on the neck, but it's under that more strong supportive structure. We're going to give a gentle nod of the head up and down. So a tiny lift of the chin and a tiny tuck of the chin. One more nod up and down. And then bring your head to a neutral position, turn it over to the right, and then back to a nod up and down. One more nod up and down. And then bring it to a neutral position. Turn your head all the way over to the left. Just take a second to make sure the foam roller is still underneath that structure, that strong skull bone. And then once you make sure you're there, a nod of the head up and down. Nice. And then when you're ready, bring your head back to center. Give one more good nod of the head up and down in that center point. And then finding that neutral position, just rock your head a little side to side. Awesome. One more turn of the head side to side, and then bring your head back to center. You're going to grab the ends of your foam roller, lift your head up away from the roller, lower your head down to the ground, take your roller off to the left. So it's going to go long ways, and you're going to get your left knee to drop out and onto the roller. So think of this as a sort of half butterfly position, but the roller is underneath the outer edge of your thigh. So your leg is up and supported. And then we're going to take the right leg, pull the knee up towards the right shoulder, so a little bit of a wide position, and then see if you can reach up and grab the blade edge of your foot. So for my yoga friends, this is half happy baby, half butterfly. So we've got our handhold on our leg, and then the foam roller is just tucked underneath the outside of that left thigh. Take a nice big breath. Slow breath out. Beautiful. And then release. Release your handhold from that foot. Pick your left knee up. Take your roller over to the other side. So right knee is going to drop out onto the roller. Rollers under the thigh so it's nice and supported. And then pull that left knee up. Take it out wide towards your shoulder. And then see if you can catch hold of that foot. So grabbing the blade edge of your foot. So you've got the half happy baby, half butterfly position. So we're getting into the hips nice and deep here. Knee is dropping down towards the earth. And take a nice big breath here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, release your handhold from your foot, pick your right knee up, move that roller out of the way, and then we're going to find our way up into a seated position. So extend your legs nice and long, stretch your arms up and overhead. Take a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, pull the abdominal muscles down, curl up the head, neck, and chest. And then as you find that upright seated position, take that roller back across the tops of your thighs, put a little bit of a press and a nice good roll up and down. Awesome. One more roll up and down, and then we're going to hug it in nice and tight to the belly, whatever handhold works for you. And you're just going to put a little pressure on as you drag that roller across your belly from side to side. Beautiful. Now, the next time you come over to the right side, stay there, put a little press on, and you're just going to roll a light roll up and down in the soft tissue of the side body. Nice. And then when you're ready, take it across the belly over to the other side, push into that roller and roll up and down. So we're staying in that soft tissue. So we're not putting a lot of pressure on, but just enough to find a little bit of movement in the outer edges of the tissue. Wonderful. One more roll up and down, and then bring it back to center. We're going to bend our knees, pull the feet in, place that roller in front of your feet, and then we're going to start to find our way up into a folded position. So step your feet in. Hands might choose to find the roller. Push into the roller, lift your butt up, and take a little forward fold. And then take it right back to that steamroll of the feet. Put a little pressure on and just roll the tops of the feet up to the ankles, down to the toes. Cool, and then leave that roller on the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position nice and slow. Step your right foot onto the roller and give a nice soft roll from toe to heel. Wonderful, and then we're gonna lean in and put a little press on. So bend that knee, lean in, put your weight onto that knee, and then a slow roll. Control it from the heel all the way to the toe. Nice, one more roll forward and back. And then lift on up, step that foot off, take it to the other side. Left foot on the roller, give a soft roll from heel to toe. Awesome, and then when you're ready, lean in, put a little pressure on that knee, and then slow your roll down so you can really work through the bottom of the foot. Beautiful, one more roll forward and back. And then lift on up, set that foot down, take a nice big breath, reach, roll the arms up and overhead, feet about hip width distance apart, bend your knees, hinge from your waist, let your hands find the roller, and then push into the roller as you straighten your legs just as much as you like, let your head drop down, take a nice big breath. Nice slow breath out. Bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll back up to a standing position. Give a couple of good rolls of your shoulders just to shrug them out. Man, you guys are amazing. Nice work today. Be sure to drink plenty of water, you know.